against the opponents been good form in recent weeks?
Yeah, they're playing some really good football and started to get that counter-attack and run into their game. So, yeah, that's something that we're very mindful of. I think if we bring our pressure as we've done, I think, at Etihad we average about 18 inside 50 tackles, forward 50 tackles. So that's something that we want to make sure that we can get around that level and really put those good users under some real pressure.
Yep. Have they changed much, Brett? Are you sort of looking at everything, Jesus, as a whole new, radical, different way of playing? It looks like they've got more tweaked.
Yeah.
Their modus operandi.
Whether it's his personnel, just putting Higgins behind the ball, it's a good kicker. Cooney looks like he's, after probably a slow start with pre-season with the knee, starting to get some real dash and run around those stoppages. Griffin's been in great form through the year. Murphy's just a quality ball user from behind, so I don't think they've changed a heap, but personnel-wise, they're kicking the ball pretty well behind centre.
Brett, would part of it be maybe putting a defensive forward on Murphy or Higgins, or are they not that concerned?
No, we're concerned. I think to what level, though, we've got match committee this afternoon, but to what level we go down, we've been pretty happy with our forwards. Walker's sitting in the top, half a dozen in the comp, in goal kicking. Garlett, Betts is just out. Waite's in good form. Cruz is down there, and what we've done is probably put a midfielder that teams, if they want to drop off, they can, and they can use the ball extremely well.
I'm just wondering, Friday night was really noticeable. You talk about Higgins and Cooney. Some of their better players really returned to form. It was noticeable, like 6 or 7 guys who maybe have been a bit off were really good. How much does that concern you, or how much is it that you just pick your guys, your best guys who are all in really good form against their guys and just let it ride?
Oh, we'll be backing our boys in. Yeah.
Just how good your form's been lately.
Yeah, well, we respect their players. You just think about last year and the way they fixed us up at Etihad. We've spoken about that a little bit to the group, but we'll play to our strengths, and maybe something that we did against West Coast, we probably tried to tinker, and we had a look at the opposition and some of the things that we'd done extremely well. We probably made a focus of what West Coast were doing really well. We'll make the group really aware what the Bulldogs do well, but excuse me, we'll really concentrate on what we do and play our game.
Where's White at?
He'll be out for 1 to 2. It was just a slight strain, but we just got to see what degree and how he responds. But he won't play this week.
You're lacking a little bit of height down back. Is it a concern?
No. We've got Henderson, Thornton, Laidler. Yeah. So if they want to play another tool, they can. If they want. Yep.
Just going, when you said you addressed the game last year, what was the message there?
Well, we haven't really dived right into it, but just to, they made us chase them, and we need to make sure that we're getting the ball in our hands and making it go the other way. So that'll be the challenge. What we've done as a group is responded to messages, and I suppose, especially last week with that loss against West Coast, the way we come out was outstanding. Really create an atmosphere of a really tough environment for Richmond, and we want to try and do something very similar against the Bulldogs.
Because I guess it's a sign of where you guys are now, that you really should be able to back yourself against really anyone in competition. I mean, maybe the top 2 are still out gap above everyone else, but another sort of top 4.
No, we'll back ourselves against the top 2 as well.
Yeah. But just there's no longer that. Well, we've got to watch what the other side do so much. The developments at that level. Yeah,
and maybe I suppose every coaching panel that really go through this is about assessing the opposition. We sit down for a few hours going through, and that can take up to 3 hours having a look. You've already gone through vision, gone to the game, the stats, so you can actually overanalyse, and then it's about parting, giving the information to the players to make sure it's pretty simple and we don't complicate it for the players. But this year our strengths have been enormous, and we've seen the results of us playing our brand of footy, and we want to continue that.
Red ruck battle last week was you dominated the ruck, and obviously didn't have too much up against Moab and Cruiser. This week it changed a little bit there.
Yeah, Hudson's an older type ruckman that's, he's played some great football for, Adelaide and the Bulldogs. So, Robbie and Matthew will have their work cut out. How he, he's really crafty and does a great job at getting the ball down to. And last week, some of their clearance work early doors was fantastic to Cooney and Boyd and these blokes in there. So, our fellas will have to be at the top of their game.
Does it change the way you set up last week you could probably write off your ruck and the whole
No, we're not changing. No.
Like you said in the impressive game last week down back, do you sort of see him as perhaps on a permanent fixture down there?
Yeah, he's at the moment he's going well, and he'll play back again this week. But I think it's a week-to-week proposition. I think depending on the size and shape of their forward line and especially the personnel. But we'll just have to have a look at that. Whether we need a smaller back line or can he go forward and stretch the opposition? That'll be something that we'll have a look at. But he'll probably stay down there for a little while, but we're not sure how long. Yeah.
From Simon, you got any changes in mind?
Dygan will be right to come back, so he'll play for sure. So that could be just a straight swap, but there could be another change as well.
Is Curnow close, Brett?
Curnow will play, but probably not. Gut feel is probably not at AFL level. I think he'll go back to the VFL. I thought his form was okay before he got injured, and it was okay, but not good enough just to come straight back into the seniors probably.
Just with Nick, saw him with ice on his calf still before after training. Is he back at 100% or are you just needing this weekend?
No, he's back at 100%. I think that's just all precautionary. So players that have had, sore knees at the pre-season would do a rehab sort of scenario afterwards and just a maintenance to make sure there's no issues there. So he's fine to go. He'll probably play 90% straight up. So he's probably for Nick. It's been pretty good for him to probably have this break. It's a forced break because of the strain, but. He played the most game time of any player before that injury at our club through pre-season and game. So for him, it's probably just a nice freshener, bounce straight back and go for it. And he's older. He's an older type, at 26. He doesn't need too much, mentally strong, and I think it'll just really help him finish the year off strongly.